Welcome to this quick workshop explainer. Today, we're completely transforming how you interact with AI. We're going to take you from being a passive user who just kind of types and hopes for the best to a deliberate, highly precise prompt engineer. If you've ever found yourself frustrated because an AI just didn't give you exactly what you wanted, well, you are definitely in the right place.
Here's the syllabus for today. We'll start with a brilliant AI intern concept. Look at the zero-shot method. Learn how to fix errors with few-shot. Compare the two, and then wrap up with the Goldilocks rule and some pro tips. Let's dive in.
Section 1. The Brilliant AI Intern. So, in the old days of AI, and honestly, by old days, I literally mean like 5 years ago, if you wanted a model to do a specific task, you had to fine-tune it. You're spending months training it on thousands of manually labeled examples. Just exhausting, right? But modern AI? Totally different ballgame. Today, you just talk to it like a brilliant, eager intern. Picture an intern who has literally read the entire internet. They know practically everything, but they have absolutely zero intuition about what you need them to do right this second. They need exact directions.
This immediate, on-the-fly instruction method, it's called in-context learning. You're not retraining the model's core brain here. You're just providing context right there in the chat window. And how we deliver those instructions, how we talk to that brilliant intern, makes absolutely all the difference in the results we get.
Section 2. Zero Shot. Just do it.
First up in our toolkit is zero-shot prompting. This relies entirely on the AI's pre-existing, out-of-the-box knowledge. Zero-shot basically means giving the AI a task without any prior examples. You just tell it to do the thing. Now think about 3 common prompts you probably use every single day. Prompt number 1 might be, summarize this long email. Prompt number 2, translate this paragraph into Spanish. For those, you just zero-shot it. It works wonderfully because today's models are incredibly capable at standard tasks. But then,
We hit common prompt number 3, sentiment analysis. Let's say we ask the AI to classify a tech review. We give it the categories, positive, neutral, or negative, and we feed it the text. In our heads, we just want a simple, lightning-fast, one-word answer, right?
Well, here's the risk. Because we didn't explicitly show the AI what success looks like, our intern gets way too creative. It spits out this messy, wordy paragraph. I would categorize this as a somewhat neutral sentiment because, no, we didn't want a paragraph. We literally just wanted the word neutral. When you leave formatting up to the AI, you get fluff.
Section 3. Fixing errors with few-shot. So how do we rein in that overly creative intern and actually permanently fix these formatting errors? We use the follow my lead method. This is known as few-shot prompting. Few-shot simply means providing a handful of perfect examples inside your prompt to prime the model before it does the real work. If you're trying to enforce a very specific style, match your brand's tone, or execute complex logic, let me tell you, this is the absolute gold standard.
The anatomy of a perfect few-shot prompt breaks down into 3 super simple steps. Step 1 is your instruction. You clearly tell it what to do. Step 2, your examples. These are your perfect input and output pairs that show the AI exactly what success looks like. And finally, step 3 is the task itself, the actual new data you want it to process based on that pattern you just set up.
Let's actually see this in action. Say our instruction is to turn movie titles into exactly 3 emojis. We don't just ask, we show. Input, Star Wars. Output, rocket, sparkles, swords. Input, Titanic. Output, ship, ice, broken heart. Input, The Godfather. Output, suit, water pistol, Italian hand. Then, we give it our final task, Inception.
Boom! Exactly 3 emojis, a spiral, some sleep Z's, and a cityscape. By showing the pattern instead of just describing it, we successfully anchored the model to our exact format. No wordy paragraphs, no errors. It just perfectly followed the map we drew for it.
Section 4. Comparing prompting options.
So looking at how these two stack up, there's a really clear trade-off. Zero-shot requires very minimal effort on your part, but you're going to get lower precision and highly variable consistency. It's awesome for general common sense stuff. Now, few-shot, on the other hand, definitely demands a bit more upfront effort to craft those perfect examples, but the payoff, it's massive. You get much higher precision and rock-solid consistency. When you need the AI dialed into your niche brand voice, few-shot is your winner every time.
Section 5, the Goldilocks rule and tips.
Let's close this out with some absolute essentials. First up, consistency is king. If your examples use input and output,
Do not suddenly switch to question and answer halfway down the prompt. The AI intern will get confused. Second tip, clearly label your examples. Explicitly write out example 1, example 2, and then final task so the AI can easily separate the practice data from the real test. Which brings us to the Goldilocks rule. Just how many examples should you actually give? Well, providing 3 to 5 examples is the absolute sweet spot. Not too few, not too many.
People always think, hey, if 5 is good, 20 must make it a genius, right? No. Throwing 20 examples at the AI actively wastes your context window, which is basically the AI's short-term memory limit. You really just need enough pattern recognition to lock in the format. 3 to 5 does that perfectly without bogging down the system.
Think of everything we've covered today like this. Zero shot is kind of like walking up to a stranger on the street and asking for directions. You might get to your destination, but they also might give you a really confusing roundabout route. Few shot is walking up to that exact same stranger, handing them a map, pointing at the exact path you want to take and saying, help me follow this specific pattern. You definitely aren't getting lost.
And that wraps up our explainer. But before you go out and engineer your next prompt, I want you to look at your workflow and ask yourself, when you type into that chat box, are you just asking for directions, or are you putting in the work to provide a map? Start building maps, and your AI results will literally never be the same.